Hey, what is up everyone? It's FBA Jeffrey. In this video, I wanted to talk about the difference, like the pros and cons between choosing an Amazon FBA prep center or going in-house, opting to ship products to your house and eventually scale it up to your own storage unit or even, your own warehouse, especially in the wholesale scene, right? Obviously, I get this question quite a lot and I figured it's just best to make a YouTube video so I could go really in detail, in depth on this. And essentially, like in a nutshell, with the Amazon model, you are buying products and it has to either go to your house where you ship it to your house, or you drive to a store, you buy the item, bring it back to your house, you prep it, and then send it off to a UPS, right? That's basically how the shipping aspect works of this model. So you could go through that route, or if you choose to have a more automated process, you can opt for a prep center right away. Okay, so I'm going to talk about both pros and cons and what I personally think. By the way, I opted for in-house prep. I ultimately scaled it into a warehouse. I'm in my warehouse today. So, I'd say I have a good idea, as I also considered prep centers when I first started off my Amazon journey. Right, so let's start with prep center for wholesale. Let's talk about the pros. So obviously, with the pros of a prep center, number one, you have time savings, in the sense where with prep centers, they literally handle the entire process of receiving the item, prepping the item, shipping out the item. Okay, so you literally do not touch the item. You do not see the product. It's amazing. It's actually amazing, especially if you, you live in say you're in East Coast, right? Say like you live in New York City and you live in an apartment complex. You just don't have the space to receive items or ship items. Work with a prep center. It's just way better, in my personal opinion. It's not worth the hassle. Okay. The other pro is Amazon's expertise, where prep centers specialize in complying with the requirements, reducing risk of costly mistakes with prepping products, especially in your own house. It's not a hard process, but there are levels to it in terms of efficiency, making sure that you're prepping enough products, like you're making good use of your time, and eventually when you hire employees, hire staff, making sure they have standards to fulfill. So I guess with a prep center, you don't worry about that, because you just don't have to worry about it. They're very efficient because you're literally paying them a per unit fee. So if you were to ship 10 of these body washes, they'll probably charge you couple dollars for it. So it doesn't matter if they spend 3 hours prepping it or 4 hours, you're just paying a flat fee, so it doesn't matter, right? So you don't have to worry about that. With scalability, it is also very ideal for growing businesses that need to manage large volumes without hiring extra staff or expanding storage. So with in-house, essentially the bigger the operation you scale, the more items you're buying. So now you need more hands. So it'll come to a point where you need employees. I have 3 employees in my warehouse. So I got to pay them, right? And then as I keep scaling, I have to find more of these people, get more employees, onboard them, as well as maybe I'll grow my storage unit, I'll grow my warehouse, and you have to look for more, right? So with prep centers, you don't worry about that. You literally just have to make sure that they're receiving your items and they're shipping it out. Okay. They also have direct supplier shipping. So many suppliers can ship inventory directly to prep centers. Well, basically, if you go down that route, every distributor will ship directly to your prep center, which also reduces, the time, because now it's more streamlined. And a lot of these prep centers, they're very strategic with it, where their location is of that prep center, of that warehouse, is very close to fulfillment centers. So when they do ship it in, drop at UPS, those boxes, your items, they get sent over and received to Amazon fulfillment centers much quickly, right? But let's go talk about the cons. Let's talk about the downsides, because there's certainly downsides for prep centers as well. The first is additional cost, right? So obviously with prep centers, they charge you per unit or service fees, which can add up, because when you run a business, every dollar counts in that aspect. But it's, like I said, in my opinion, it's worth it. And the cost per prep center, it really depends on the location, and it also depends on the item. If you're trying to ship something like this, like a body wash, it's probably a couple cents. If you're to ship something that's 5 pounds, super big, super heavy, it could go up to a couple dollars, right? And like obviously when you do this at scale, when you're selling 1,000 units, 2,000 units, 3,000 units, it does add up. Obviously, if you are, and I say this all the time, right, with all my students, if you are unprofitable because of prep center fees, then your problem isn't the prep center. You have an underlying problem with product sourcing and the items you're buying, okay? So you should not be unprofitable because of a prep center. The other aspect is less control because you do rely on a prep center. Accuracy for speed, like you can't control how fast the items go in and out. And obviously like say prep centers, they have multiple clients, so multiple third-party sellers. So, say like there's an influx of a lot of inventory randomly, it might be delayed, right? They might not have all the labor versus with a warehouse, you can control all the inventory going into your warehouse is your stuff. You get to control how fast it goes out, everything like that, if that makes sense. Obviously, the last aspect is inspection risk. So prep centers may not thoroughly inspect products for defects or, damaged. Like obviously damaged for the most part, it's pretty obvious, but say you bought the wrong item or say the item is slightly different by size. They might not pick up on that because they're all about just prepping. Which is why when you work with a prep center, it's very important to have open communication, to talk to them and have them send you pictures, give you updates of what's going on, just so you also know, right? That's very, very important. So now let's go into in-house prep for a wholesale, right? Like I said, the more scalable option is to eventually scale into your own warehouse. Obviously, when first starting, you can prep everything from your own house. So the first couple of pros, like the good benefits of it is number one, it's cost efficient. So instead of paying a prep center a per unit fee, now you're really not paying any fee at all, right? So obviously you have the cost savings. The other is direct QC, where you get to physically inspect every unit. So now you know if the item is the right item, right size, if it's damaged, whatever it is, right? And you also have full control, so total flexibility over the prep process, including packaging, everything like that, right? So honestly, that's that's the beneficial aspect, as well as with in-house there is higher margin because now you're not paying that prep cost. Obviously, like I said, and I'm gonna say it again, if you are unprofitable because of prep centers, then you have underlying problems that is not related to your prep. It's related to product sourcing and the products itself, right? Obviously, another pro is fewer delays because you manage everything. So you eliminate the dependency on third-party schedules. So let's go into cons, okay? So obviously, one of the main cons is it's time consuming, because you are prepping each item, you're handling each specific item, it takes time. Right. And it got to a point for me where I was literally prepping, to prep 100 units. It would take me half an hour. Right. That's half an hour. That's a lot of time. And now think about it, when you're prepping hundreds, if not thousands, it could take hours. And with that time, it's like an opportunity cost. And you are the owner at the end of the day. Right. You want to see it as a task that's replaceable. Obviously, with this, at the end of the day, you can automate it. You can systemize it by hiring employees, but in the beginning you're going to be doing it yourself, and that takes a lot of time. So it's not the best if you say you work a job that you just do not have the time to prep, or you don't have the space for it. I would recommend going with a prep center, because with that time that you're spending prepping, you can very much use it towards making decisions, sourcing products, finding more products, reaching out to more distributors, doing everything, right? So I guess there's a pro and con there. The other thing is space requirements. You will need sufficient storage. So if you live in apartment, Amazon's very, very doable. I have a couple friends who live in an apartment doing Amazon, but they work with prep centers because it's just not efficient. It doesn't work having those boxes, shipping stuff from a condo, anything like that. So that's also something worth considering, right? And honestly, the other aspect is upfront costs, right? So obviously, instead of paying a variable cost where it's a cost per unit, it requires investment into printers. So now let's go on to which option to choose. And I want to be as unbiased as possible, right? So I just highlighted a couple points. So if you could relate more to this, then choose it, right? There's really no right or wrong, but you should choose a prep center if you're just starting out and you want to focus on sourcing products and building your business. So get the business off the ground, focus on less aspects of the business, just focus on literally sourcing, finding products. If you could do that and you outsource with prep center, you will have a much easier time, less challenging, if that makes sense, like a much quicker success rate, right? You're scaling rapidly and you need help handling larger volumes, in a sense where you don't want to focus too much of your time into looking for people, managing people, right? You just want to literally focus on just buying products, right? So that aspect as well. If your supplier can ship directly to a prep center, saving you time and hassle, right? So if suppliers are okay with shipping to prep centers, and 95%, even 99% of the prep centers, they don't care. So you could also go with a prep center. You cannot receive or ship products from your house. Like I said, if you live in apartment, like a complex, something like that, where space is a problem or it's just super inconvenient, just choose the prep center. Or if you want a more hands-off approach, a more passive option, a lot of people, they start Amazon with the goal of being passive. So ultimately, with the more passive route, just choose a prep center. Have them handle everything, the whole logistical aspects. A lot of brands as well, like a lot of name brands, they work with 3PLs, which is what a prep center is, where they just have like a warehouse, a whole logistic company, manage their inventory, ship it out, literally the physical side of things, and they only focus on decision making, growing, marketing, that type of stuff, right? And that's kind of how you want to see yourself. If that's the goal and what you envision when starting Amazon, then choose the prep center route. Okay, choose the in-house prep if you want to maximize your profits by reducing per unit fee. So if you ultimately want to make as much money as you possibly can, go the warehouse route. If you prefer hands-on control of your inventory, especially quality checks, then you can also do that. If you have the space, the time, equipment, or you even have like previous background or experience, and you're just overall down to, I guess, feel like you're running a more real business, if that makes sense, then go the warehouse route. Like obviously, when I tell my friends, when I tell my family, oh, I have a warehouse, they all look at me, they're like, oh, wow, that's very impressive. And like, I guess that's more of an ego thing, but it is a nice feeling to feel that. But like there is that sense of running a real operations. But regardless, at the end of the day, you're starting a business to make money, and that money can help you with financial freedom, financial stability, whether or not you want to go on vacations, try nice food, anything, right? At the end of the day, as long as you're making money, that's the main goal. So whichever option works best, just choose for that. It's also worth noting that there is no right or wrong solution. You could very much choose in the beginning to go in-house, and as you keep scaling, you realize, okay, prepping at my own house is not it. I don't like this. Let me just go with a prep center. You can always do that. Vice versa as well. You could start with a prep center. If you don't like how everything is going, you could choose to find another prep center. There's a lot of prep centers. And within my program, I actually have a couple of recommendations where I literally know the owner, and I can give you a good recommendation, right? They're very, very good. Like I said, or like if you just choose, like you want to go and try having a storage unit, a warehouse unit, you can also leave the prep center like idea and go into a warehouse, right? You also want to consider your business goals when deciding between a prep center or in-house prep. Similar to what I was saying, it really depends what you want. At the end of the day, as long as you're making money, as long as it's helping you achieve your goals, what your desired situation is when you first started selling on Amazon, it's okay. Also, you can always do both and adapt as you scale your Amazon business. So I have friends. I have one friend specifically. He sells over $1 million in on Amazon, and he's located in New York City. So with New York City, he actually chose to have a warehouse, but he also works with a bunch of distributors from the West Coast. So he has a couple like wholesale accounts with distributors in the LA area, like California area, and then he just has a prep center in that region where it ships all the products. So he does both, and he's telling me it's very effective. And it does sound very effective. He has like a whole system set up. So you can certainly do that, right? That's definitely on the table. But like personally, if you were to ask me, because like I said, I went down the route of having a warehouse, I would just recommend, and I recommend all my students, in the beginning, just don't think too much about it. Just think about your situation, whether or not you have space or the time, and what your goals are with Amazon. If you want more passive, just go with prep centers, okay? Like personally, if I was to go back in time, I would choose a prep center as well. But like I said, it's really up to you. And if you found a lot of value in this video, I really would appreciate it if you subscribe and leave a thumbs up. I also run a direct one-on-one mentorship program where I help individuals start and scale their Amazon business, get them to $10,000 a month in 3 to 4 months. I provide them literally the blueprint, the strategy, the system, everything that I've done myself to get my business from 0 to 600K. So if you're interested in that, drop me a follow on Instagram, DM me. I'm very active on there. I'm happy to start a conversation from you, and we'll go from there if you're interested in joining the mentorship. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.